Hey guys, Todd here from Yellow Letter HQ, and I wanted to give you a list or a way to get a list that gives you all of the off-market buyers for your area. So you can definitely expand your buyers list beyond what I'm trying to explain here for you today. But this list is a little bit more niche and a little bit more specific. You're wanting, or you're pulling all of the properties that were bought off market for cash, all those buyers. So it's either your competition and or your competition's buyers. So they have experience in doing what you need them to do already. All right. And for this video, I'm using a service called Property Radar. If you can use these same search criteria and do it in your own, whatever you're using, batch or PropStream or whatever, then go ahead and do it. Awesome. But for this one, especially, I like Property Radar. And in the comments below, I'm going to give you a link that you take to Property Radar, and it gives you all the search criteria. You're just going to have to change what you want, because it's going to have California in it, and it's going to have San Diego. And you just change that search criteria to what you want. But all the other basics are there. All right, so it's pretty cool. Should take a few minutes, and we'll get off to the races here. So, okay, so again, you don't have to go through all this. You can just take the link and change your criteria. But here's a quick little ditty on how I came up with this list. So, Property Radar does something cool, or the dynamic list. So that'll enable you to see and add monitoring to this list. So if it ever comes up, you could set this list. And then you can use some of their automations, their integrations, they call it. Well, actually, automations you can see here, right? And you can select that to use things like Zapier. So when something new comes on this list, you can have an email ready to go. But at the end of this video, we're going to have a list. And then you can take that list of your competitions and or people who bought properties off market for cash that were not listed, and skip trace it. You can skip trace it with Yellow Letter HQ. We have corporate skip tracing, or you can take it to whatever skip tracing company you like. The point is getting you a buyer's list in this market of other buyers who buy things off market. Okay, so static list, name it, and so we're just going to go cash buyers. You do whatever you want. Market. Not for sale. Not listed. All right. Well, you got to spell buyers right. I own a direct mail company that is copy. I know how to spell good. Okay. So we're going to create this. Oh, shit. All right. So let's just do this. Let's go. Okay. So what I'm going to do to make this nice and easy here is we're going to start search, location, start with state. I'm in good old California. God bless it and the communism. We're going to go to location again. We're going to do San Diego for me. Again, you see these criteria up here. You can get rid of them or add them once you have my link here that will provide you with all of this. But I got to give you a direction to start. All right, probably easier ways to do this. If you really know the system well, this is my way. All right, so we're going to go and quick lists. There's all kinds of quick lists in here. I like the investor, and we're going to do cash buyers, right? And it helps us here. Add the criteria. Here's how you edit criteria. So I don't like this purchase date here in the last 365 days. I like using it by quarter. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go search. I'm going to go first property type. You can select any kind of property types you want. Single family, condo, 2 to 4. I like it. Okay, great. And then I'm going to go back to search, and then I'm going to go to owner. I want ownership type. I don't want to be dealing for this one necessarily. I don't want to be dealing, because that's not the spirit of this list, is all the individuals. You can just get individual lists if you're looking for mom and pop cash investors, but make sure you don't go back too far, because you're going to get people who bought retail properties. So if you do this and you're looking for an individual cash buyers, make sure you do a search by just the past month, and then allow that dynamic list to keep adding over time. But for right now, we're going to go corporate. I want multiple owners, add that criteria. And then we're going to go back to search. Oh, all right, that lessens that. That's okay though, because I just want the few hundred in my area that are buying for reals, right? And so I'm going to do a couple more filters, and I have those written down. Listed for sale. So listing. Listed for sale. That's a negative. We don't want that, because we want cash transactions. We have cash transactions, purchase down percent, 100%, right? Last 365 days, we still need to change that. And then so the criteria I'm going to select is this quarter and last quarter. This quarter, okay, I like that better. You can change it to whatever you want. This is just what I do, all right? And so let's get rid of 365, because that's a bit too far. Update the criteria. 196. All right, and so corporate property zone. Here's what else I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to go to the owner, right? And then, oops, no, I'm going to go, get that back. I'm going to go property, number of properties owned. And I want these guys to at least have 2 properties on the books right now. I want to deal with BDE real investors. They got to have 2 minimum. You can add more. So I want to have 2 properties on the books. Okay, 2 properties on the books. That gives us to 103. Okay, let me see if I restricted my filters too much. California, San Diego. What does it do if I just get rid of that? Probably nothing. Okay, purchase date this quarter, single family, corporate, this is for sale, no. This last quarter, and this quarter. Okay, great. Now, let me make sure I did it all. Yep. Now this gives me in the last quarter and this quarter a list of 103 properties that all these guys are the real deal Holyfields that actually buy properties for cash in my market. So these are going to be sometimes wholesalers that do both, right? They do marketing and they flip them. It could still be a buyer for you. And these are people now whom have bought from a wholesaler, right? Because why? This is a filter that was not ever listed for sale on the MLS. So these are buyers that bought from wholesalers and all wholesalers. Now you're not going to distinguish the two. Who cares? It's 103 in San Diego of real deal Holyfield investors that you can now take this list. You can go to LRHQ, skip it under our corporate, and you can send emails out to these guys with their property that they bought in the subject line to capture their attention, saying, "Hey, you just bought this property for cash at 816 Santa Barbara Place. I have more off-property. I have more off-property units for you. Give me a call or text at this number. You can text them because it's so few at 103 with a system like Follow Up Boss or your texting platforms, CallRail, and your CRM. Get it out there. Get the emails off to them, and then when you skip trace it, you're going to get about 3. With us, at least, you're going to get 3 emails, and you're going to get 3 phone numbers. All right. Not for all of them, but you will get mail addresses for all of them. And you could come to LRHQ and do a cash buyer's postcard. Hey, I see you bought property at 816 Santa Barbara Place. Do a street view. I see you bought this one for cash. I right, can find you more of these. Please, with a QR code on there, text me at this number. Put a QR code with your number on there, pulls it up, and or just put it on there. They text you, good to go. So nitty gritty, works well. Out of these 103, if you have 3 or 4 more good buyers that are buying in this market, very, 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 very happy. Much more love for the business because you can sell your properties. Okay, that's it. Shoot, this went 10 minutes. Sorry. Just take the link and go out to the races. See you. Bye.